Gooner in the house, back within the Bang on Radio, where, ladies and gentlemen, we've got really, really spicy news for you Arsenal fans. So sit back, relax, enjoy, because you're going to have lots and lots of news to be spoken of today. The first news that's coming our way: Saint-Etienne defender Arsenal loanee William Saliba has suffered a small tear, a fissure on his swift metatarsal, and won't be involved in the upcoming one of their Europa League encounters, and it's really sad to see that. Moving on, well, I think it's a very small injury. Even Claude Puel has actually come up with that as well, so we'll come to know more on this video. So stay tuned, relax, enjoy, and make sure you watch the video till the end. Well, the next news that's coming your way: Arsene Wenger has said to be offered Bayern Munich job until the end of season. Wow. Is it possible? Let's see. We'll get it more. Well, Arsenal signing has been backed. Well, England fullback Danny Mills has said Arsenal are lacking a leader in their squad. He says they don't have the right characters, and I think they're scrambling around at the moment, and that's why maybe they went to the players in the first place to choose the captain, because Unai Emery looked around and thought, I don't have one. Maybe he should have brought one. Uh, Maybe that should have been part of his remit. We've all known that they're lacking a holding midfielder player, and they've been lacking centre halves for some time. They're ideal captains. They're going to play week in, week out. Just look at what Van Dijk is at Liverpool. He would be the ideal captain, wouldn't he? If it wasn't Milner or Henderson, whoever it would be. He's going to play. He's clearly a leader. He's organizing things, all those type of things. That's probably Arsenal's downfall. They haven't brought in players that they needed, and one of those was probably a captain type figure. Moving on. Well, I think it's really funny to say that Aaron Ramsey had agreed a new Arsenal contract before joining Juventus on a free transfer. Arsene Wenger opens the lid. He says he wanted to stay at Arsenal. We had an agreement, and the club went back on that. I tried a long time to extend his contract, but sometimes you have influences from agents. Every case is different, and you have to understand in decision making always who is influential and not when you make transfers. What I know from him, he was keen to stay. Well, also, he was asked if Juventus will be a good fit for Ramsey. He says if he plays like Ruud Gullit, says you have to win, but as well, when you are 27 or 28, that's the best years of football player. If you don't play from 27 to 32, that's difficult to swallow. You can be patient at 21 to 22 and 23. You are in and out. Once you get to 27, you have to play. Well, I do believe that a player's contract should never go to the last year as a policy. Anybody could agree on that. Normally, the contracts of players are for 5 years. You need to have a clear idea of what you want to do with that player, and he is in the third year at the least. We don't take decisions overnight on a quick reflection. We really go through not only a long period of thinking, but also a lot of people are involved. There are no decisions that are left at the last minute. When we reach a decision, it is for a reason. Well, Unai Emery has issued a defiant message to Jose Mourinho when he was asked about since Jose Mourinho has been keeping his sights for being the new Arsenal manager. Well, he just said 4 words, and that was more than enough for me to realize that those questions have to be put to bed. Unai Emery said, "I am the coach." That's it, and that was more than enough for me for everything. Moving on. Arsenal legend Martin Keown has accused Arsenal players of defending like statues. He says one attempt on target all evening and it hit the back of the net. These are worrying times for Arsenal, and what was even more worrying was that there are 6 players on the pitch at the end who will probably play against Leicester. The players that came in did not really take their chances. There are problems all over the pitch. It can quickly be turned around. If I was involved in the weekend, I'll go on the attack because we can't defend. We are in danger of losing some of the identity of the team built under Arsene Wenger. We cannot defend and have lost that attacking flavor. I think it's a personal thing of how you mark up in set pieces. These are huge gaps. All they did was put a ball in and run through the hole. Could put a double decker bus through that. It's so too simple. It's basic decision making, and they need to change. The players are just ball watching for the goal, and that can be improved. Holding has been done for pace, and they're like statues. Moving on, Arsenal midfielder Dani Ceballos was forced to come off with a hamstring injury, suspected hamstring injury in the Europa League clash at Vitoria. Well, Emery said Ceballos maybe has a small injury, but I think he will not be available for the next weeks. It should come as no surprise that Ceballos has picked up an injury, having played each of Arsenal's 17 games this season. Also, Unai Emery has claimed that Arsenal were defensively better today despite conceding late on. He said, "We were very close to winning, but they pushed and scored. Our objective is to be first in the group we are. We have two matches and we have to be first. We tried. They are a very competitive team. It was very important to be strong defensively. I think defensively we did better. It was not easy to have a lot of chances. It is not good because we want to win, but we are first, and that is our target." Well, Arsenal's clash away at Vitoria, unbelievable game yesterday. Well, really painful to watch. But Unai Emery has bizarrely refused to explain why he made Rao Holding Arsenal's captain. Well, he was asked why. He says, "Today it's Rob Holding, and he's perfect. Why? Because he is." Well, he was then asked about Gabriel Martinelli. He said he's young, but he's working very well. I think you can look at him and his quality, and that's exactly what he wants us to praise. We all do, don't we? Well, moving on. Arsenal failed to break the deadlock in the first hour. Three Arsenal have lost their last three European matches not played on a Thursday, conceding 14 goals in those three games. For 1-5 versus Bayern München, Feb 2017. March 2017, 1-5 again lost to Bayern München, and the final versus Chelsea 1-4 in the Europa League, May 2019. I think we need to start again playing on Thursdays. Moving on, Matteo Guendouzi won the praise of fans for holding a mascot's hand as the child took part in the training session. Well, one of the fans said, these are values Arsenal promote, class acts, and the one said, class. Ian Wright was held at gunpoint with ex-Premier League star Mark Bright. Did you know that? In a terrifying road rage row. Well, he said, at some traffic lights, we pulled up alongside a car and we could see a man and a woman having some kind of argument. The guy in the other car suddenly looked across and wound his window down. "What are you looking at?" he shouted at us. This was a red rag to a bull for righty. "What are you looking at then?" Ian screamed back at him, and just for good measure, as we pulled away, he stuck a finger up at the guy. We were still in high spirits, but the laughter soon disappeared when I spotted the other guy was obviously following us. Oh my god, unbelievable. Moving on. Arsenal fans are campaigning for hashtag Emery out to be debated in Parliament. Oh my god. I mean, they said one, we miss Arsene Wenger, just sick and tired with Unai Emery. It can be considered in Parliament when it reaches 1 lakh signatures. Oh my god, this is what we wanted. You know, unbelievable. Well, these are the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came my way. All the news and views and everything about Arsenal. So make sure you subscribe and be a part of this community. I will see you in my next video. Until then.